What's up, guys? Alvaro here, and welcome back to the bilingual stock market channel. Let's go ahead and take a look at both the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100 in order to try to figure out what could be potentially happening tomorrow in the markets. And at the end of this video, I am going to be breaking down from a technical standpoint two stocks that I closed successful trades with today, Apple and Tesla. So I want to share with you guys the plan that I have for tomorrow's trading session with these two stocks. So without further ado, let's get right into it. And you guys know that the markets had a sizable red day today, to say the least. The markets had its worst day since June 28th. It was a bit rocky out there. And the S&P 500 went down today 2.14%, and it closed today's trading session at 4,137 points. And over here, you guys can see the 4-hour chart of this index, the S&P 500. So the main aspect that is worth to be pointed out over here is the fact that we are a bit oversold. You guys can see how the RSI of the S&P is sitting at 29 points. So we cannot rule out for tomorrow's trading session either an intraday relief rally or why not a turnaround Tuesday. So that's a possibility that we have on the table as of now. However, check out the RSI of the S&P 500, guys. We have seen the RSI of this index at lower levels, 17 points, back in mid-June when the S&P 500 was about to find a bottom. So we could still go lower, but in my case, I think that we are likely to see, as I just told you guys, either an intraday relief rally or maybe a turnaround Tuesday. In terms of resistance, keep a close watch on 4,170 points. 4,170 points happens to be a previous resistance back from early August, also back from early June, and this is also a previous support back from early March. So any visit and any failure at this level, 4,170 points, is an area, or this would be a fact that would let us consider getting puts of the SPY. In terms of support, the main area, and this is a very big level for the S&P 500, guys, is going to be 4,110 points. We are talking about a former support back from early August, and this is the February low of the S&P 500. So this is a spot, and mostly taking into account that the RSI of the S&P 500 is sitting at 29 points, this is a spot in which we can expect buyers to step in and maybe the S&P 500 to bounce back up. If this support of 4,110 points happens to be broken to the downside, then the next immediate support that I am going to be looking at is going to be 4,080 points. We are talking about a former support back from early August, and this is also a previous support back from early June and also back from early May. When it comes to the positive facts over here on the 4-hour chart for both bulls and bears, for the bears, we can say that we have, as of now, a declining 5-day moving average. So this is going to impose downwards pressure over the S&P 500. And when it comes to the bulls, we can make the case, as I just told you, that we are a bit oversold and that we are also trading above the 100-day moving average. So we can make the case that the S&P 500 could go either way, but I'm thinking, and this is my personal opinion, that we are going to see some sort of relief rally and then we are going to keep on going lower. Nasdaq 100, what is going on over here with the technology people? The NDX went down today 2.66% and it closed today's trading session at 12,890 points. And I am going to tell you guys the same stuff that I just told you about the S&P 500. The NDX is oversold. It is officially oversold with the RSI of this index on the 4-hour chart sitting at 26 points. We have seen lower readings for the RSI of the NDX, 17 points. Also back in mid-June when the Nasdaq 100 was about to find a bottom. As of now, because we don't know if the bottom is actually in the case of both Nasdaq 100 and the S&P 500. The bulls today managed to hold as support an interesting spot, guys. 12,870 points. We are talking about a former resistance back from June 2nd and also about a former support back from early August. So if this support happens to be broken to the downside, we can expect the bulls to put out a fight at 12,760 points, the 100-day moving average. And if the 100-day moving average happens to be broken to the downside, I think that the lowest that the NDX could go before we see at least an intraday relief rally or a relief a day for this index is going to be 12,600 points. This is a previous resistance back from July 21st, and this is also a previous support back from early May. So let's see what happens, guys. I am more inclined to some sort of relief rally in tomorrow's trading session. But if this 100-day moving average happens to be taken out, I am going to be trying to play a bounce back up trade with the simple Q if 12,600 points happens to be visited. In terms of resistance, and speaking about a possible relief rally tomorrow, I am going to be looking at 13,100 points. This is a previous support back from mid-March and also a previous support back from late February. And this is actually the low that the NASDAQ 100 found support at back in February. As I just told you guys, 13,100 points. We have a decline in 5-day moving average, but the bulls are still trading above the 100-day moving average. So we can make the case that the NDX could go either way. I am more inclined to seeing lower prices in the case of the NDX, but before that happens, I think that we have to see at least an intraday relief rally on the NDX. And the first stock of this video is going to be Tesla. I think that the new split of Tesla is going to be carried out on Thursday. So Tesla showed some sort of technical strength during today's trading session. And as of now, Tesla accumulates 5 consecutive trading sessions going lower. And there is, let's just say, an uncommon situation for Tesla. So let me show you, by the way, guys, the trade that I took today with the stock of this company. They traded this name. I purchased 25 shares at $863.73, and I sold out of my shares at $869. This was a quick day trade. I ended up making over here $140, nothing crazy. So I'm thinking, guys, that this level that I just showed you with the trade that I closed today on Tesla, $858, $860, is an important spot. We are talking about a former support back from early August, and we are also talking about a former support for Tesla back from late April and also back from late January. So any process of consolidation of Tesla is likely above $860 might be a sign that the bulls are gathering momentum after having gone down for 5 consecutive trading sessions in order to make another push higher and maybe being able to fill the next important gap up to $897. $897 is a previous resistance back from August 10, and this is also a previous resistance back from early March. So if we were able to take this trade, guys, from $860, $865 up to $897, we are looking at a 4% profit trade. And mind you, this area that I just told you guys about, $895, $898, happens to coincide with the 50 SMA on the 4-hour share. So this is an area of interest, no doubt about it. When it comes to the burrs, we can point out that we have a declining 5-day moving average. And when it comes to the bulls, we can make the case that the 200-day moving average is flat as of now. So that's encouraging for the bulls. And now let's go ahead and take a look, guys, at the market structure of Tesla. This is very important. Demand versus supply. And as of now, we can see a rise in demand and a fall in supply. So from a market structure standpoint, and if we also point out that the RSI of Tesla is a bit low, 33 points, Tesla is about to enter into oversold territory, we can make the case that this is a job that the bulls might be potentially able to accomplish to do in tomorrow's trading session, filling this next gap up to $898 ish. And the last stock of this video is going to be good old Apple. And in the case of Apple, guys, let me show you the trade that I closed today. I told you guys that I got Apple puts last week. I was under the water. It was a bit uncomfortable, let's just put it that way. But today I ended up closing my puts, making $510. I got December puts with a strike price of $180. And I decided we can make the case that I locked in the profit ahead of time. I left some money on the table, but I can complain because I ended up making some money. In the case of Apple, the stock of this company goes down today 2.30%, and it closed today's trading session at $167.57. And take a look at the RSI. Obviously, for our short, a bit low, 29 points on the 4-hour short. It doesn't imply this doesn't imply, sorry guys, that Apple cannot keep on going lower. We have seen Apple trading with its RSI sitting at 16 points. This was back in June, obviously, a bit before the markets bottomed out. So the upside is a bit low. So I'm thinking, guys, that if tomorrow we happen to open the trading session with downwards pressure, watch out for $165 because this is a spot in which the bulls of Apple might be potentially finding support at. 165 points happens to be a previous support back from early April, and this is also a previous support back from early February. So we can make the case that since the RSI of Apple is very low, 29 points on the 4-hour chart, if this area around $165 happens to be visited in an aggressive way, then the RSI of Apple is going to be even lower, and that is going to increase the likelihood for the bulls of Apple to find support at a previous area of support and then bounce back up. However, on the flip side, and if we happen to see some sort of intraday relief rally in the Nasdaq 100 and the S&P 500, watch out for $171.50. This is an area in which Apple might be failing at. $171.50 is a previous resistance back from early April, and this is also a previous support back from early February. So if Apple fails at $171.50, or if we happen to see Apple failing near this area, with also the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100 struggling at a very well-defined area of resistance, this might be a sign that we could be getting Apple puts. But mind you guys, we have over here a rising 50-day moving average, rising 50 SMA, rising 50 SMA, rising 180 SMA. We also have a rising 200-day moving average. We have a kind of flat 100-day moving average. But we already are seeing over here a declining 5-day moving average. So we can still make the case that there's nothing wrong with the chart of Apple other than that we have a declining 5-day moving average. So there's nothing wrong with this technical chart. But if the markets keep on going lower, if this a brief correction that started out last Thursday keeps on going on, then we know that we are very likely to see lower prices on Apple. And if we take a look at the market structure of Apple, let me pull it up over here quickly. You guys know that I am improvising all of my videos. So sometimes I am messing up some stuff. So in the case of Apple, what's the market structure of the stock of this company looking like? This is a very good market structure, guys. 10 out of 10 would be the market structure sentiment, and we have a rising demand and a falling supply. So don't be surprised of seeing Apple tomorrow trying to fill this gap up to $171.50 per share. And with Apple, I am going to wrap up this video. Thank you very much for your attention, and thank you very much for hanging out with me once again. Remember and keep in mind, guys, that here on the Bilingual Stock Market channel, we are posting stock market update videos Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, 3 or 4 hours after the market closes. So if you want to get all of the notifications of all of our videos in a timely manner, you have to be subscribed to this YouTube channel, but you also need to activate the notification bell right up there. Follow us on Instagram as well, guys, at Bilingual Stock Market. And remember that this is the Bilingual Stock Market channel, the YouTube channel, in which we talk about the markets, but we do things differently because we talk about the markets in 2 different languages, English and Spanish. So you can pick your preferred language, but most importantly, this is the YouTube channel in which we know that the wonderful world of Wall Street is not for geniuses, it is for entrepreneurs just like you guys and myself. My name is Alvaro, and I will see you guys tomorrow along with my friend Mario, 3 or 4 hours after the market closes. Peace out.